What's up? This Chevy Crocker, and this is my life behind the lyrics.
Crocker, mouthpiece, dope air. I'm so dope, I'm so dope. You can bring them extras back. Stretch the pack, test the pack. It's A1, I bet you that. Grab the beaker and the scale. Get me ready for them sales. Big sales, fish scale. Heavyweight just like a whale. Watch the block move clientele. Fat boy stay.
Alright, well shit, I was born and raised in East Oakland, Sobrani Park, you feel me? I kind of started rapping at a young age. I was always into music forever, so it was just like in me. And then my big homie Twine, he kind of like really brought it out of me. We used to be a rap group back in the days, like in elementary. And we used to really, you know what I'm saying, really mess with it. And you know, rest in peace to my nigga Twine. In fact, he got killed, and that kind of discouraged me. So I kind of like quit rapping for like a year or so. But before he got killed, it was like me, him, and Chris Lockett. We used to really be messing with it. Like we was like, you know, really into the music. Really, Chris Lockett ended up going down to YA. So me and Twine kept going, but he ended up getting killed as we got like I was probably like 18, 17, something like that. He ended up getting killed, and like I said, I quit rapping for like a year and was kind of discouraged. And then I ran into my boy Crazy Man. He was really into it, writing, you know what I'm saying? He kind of inspired me to get back in it. So me and him became a group called Scholars of Conniving, and I've been back at it ever since. You know what I'm saying? We was rocking. We dropped an album on Relentless Records called Till We Meet Again, dedicated to our rap partner Boosker, who was another one of my friends who had got killed, who used to rap with me. So we dropped that on Relentless, and it was cool. We did a few little other things. We did a little compilation, and then it kind of like died down. Like, you know, early in my career, I had a few deals with a couple different labels, but nothing really big. That didn't really stick, you know what I'm saying? So, eventually I started learning more about the independent game. And so, at first when I was rapping, I used to just go by Fat Kev, feel me? But eventually, I reinvented myself as Chevy Crocker, and then that's when I kind of like started doing solo stuff. Like me and Maine, we still rock, but you know, we just both doing solo, basically. We hooked, but he doing albums and I doing albums. We still do music together, but, you know, we just stopped being Scholars of Conniving. But now it's just Chevy Crocker and Crazy Man, basically. So, that was pretty much the history of that. And like we did a lot, like as Scholars of Conniving, you know, we went on a little world tour, you know, we went around the whole United States, went to a whole bunch of places in the South, and a lot of promotion and stuff. So I got a little learning experience from all that. But like I said, at the beginning of my career, I wasn't never in control of it. So as I got older, I just started learning the game and seeing what I could do for myself. So now I pretty much control my own stuff, you feel me? I guess you could say I signed myself. So it's like now I'm rocking, you know what I'm saying, on my own label. Me and Man got Town Biz INC, plus we Mouthpiece Society, you know what I'm saying, with me, Chris Lockett, G Lean, all of us. So we just trying to make our movement get bigger, you feel me? Today, my release came out. Well, it came out at 12 last night, which was today. Presented by Mr. Fab, which is called I'm So Dope. So you get a chance, man, go look at that. I really put a lot of work into that album. I feel like it's real well put together. You know what I'm saying? I took my time. I got a lot of good features. And hopefully this will catapult me into getting heard and getting the respect I feel like I deserve. You feel me? So that's what that is. And before that, I dropped an EP. My EP already out called East Oakland Big Papa. So that was before I'm So Dope. So both of them is available right now. East Oakland Big Papa and I'm So Dope. So you want to really check me out, go check out both of them. There's a lot of good music on there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of good features, and it's something to check out, you feel me? So I'm trying to line up a little tour, you know what I'm saying? Me and my partners, I'm telling them we could put it together ourselves, you know, get a few of the people who we rock with, and let's try to make a little tour, you feel me? Or even if it's at the colleges or whatever it is, you know. We just need to get on the bigger step because I love the Bay Area, but the world is bigger than the Bay Area, you feel me? And I feel like when we go other places, we kind of like get a little more love. Like home seem like they be the last place to love you, so it's crazy. It's like, man, I grew up hustling in sobriety, man, and rapping at the same time, you know, trying to support my dream, and hey, it's kind of working a little bit. I ain't gonna say it's where I want it to be, but it ain't as bad as it could be. So it's good. It's getting there. You feel me? And so, like I said, be on the lookout for all the mouthpiece artists. We got, you know, Chris Lockett, G Lane, me, Crazy Man, Lieutenant Rail, Daddy from Sobriety, Whip, you know what I'm saying, all of us. Same mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying, that's how we rocking. So, you know, you gotta, hopefully, in the years to come, you will be more of a household name, you feel me? So you'll get to know us a little more. But that's, well, I'm working towards to get there, you feel me? Some of the features I got on the album that I just put out, of course, I got Mr. Fab because he presented it. I got Young Gully, feel me? I got Magnolia Chop. I got my Mouthpiece Society brothers like Chris Lockett, Whip, Maine, feel me? I got Young Bird, Nitty, Tommy T, KR. Feel me? I got a artist out of LA called Half Ounce. He Mitchie Slick artist. I got him lined up through my boy Do Damage. Do Damage, he like one of my major producers. You know, I really mess with him. We kind of like got a little chemistry, so he produced a majority of the album. But I got other, you know, Cali Black, SK, Marley B, all of them contributed to it. But you know, me and Do Damage just got a little relationship, so you know, you might hear a lot of him on my stuff, but he ain't my only one. But yeah, like I said, go check that out, man, because I feel like I worked pretty hard on that album and it need to be heard. You feel me? And for the rest of this year, I'm just finna try to shoot visuals and promote. You know what I'm saying? It's all promo for the rest of this year. Shows, videos, and anything like I just interview, stuff to throw on YouTube, because I know in this day and age, people want to see you. It's not just about your music. They want to be in your live. They want to see your studio sessions. They want to see you talk, you know, so I'm trying to give it to them. It's like the ages is changing. You know, I really didn't come up in this time, but I'm having to deal with it now because I'm in this time. So I'm trying to adjust to it and, you know, get into it and start to be more visual, because that's what you need nowadays. The whole game has turned to visual. So you're going to see a little more interviews, more footage. I'm going to try to, you know, spice up my YouTube page a little bit, you feel me? I'm going to mess with my boy Telly, you know what I'm saying? I see he do a lot of good work on this shit, so I'm going to help him bring my YouTube page to life. And hopefully, you know, like I said, y'all check me out, because I got a lot of good music that need to be heard, man. Like I said, I really started rapping in elementary. So I'm going to say, me and Chris Lockett, we've been hooked up since then. Old school Cool Music Makers. That used to be a spot thing we used to do after school. It was called Cool Music Makers, and you go in there and they had the little percussions you play in the last hour. We used to get to rap. So me, him, and my boy Twan, we used to stand up in front of the school and just freestyle. Feel me? And that's really how my passion came. Like, I've just been loving music for the longest. So growing up, I lost my parents actually at an early age. My father died when I was 6 and my mother died when I was 10, so I was raised by my granny. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my granny now, but that was like my mama, you know what I'm saying? She raised me and my aunties, sisters, all that, so I owed a lot to her. You feel me? But it was like, you know, I had pretty much a normal life. I can't say I pretty much had, you know, my grandma made sure I had everything I needed. I mean, I still ended up falling to the streets just because of my neighborhood, but honestly, I can say thinking back, I didn't have to. It was just what I was, you know, around, you know, being young and running in the streets. And like I said, my parents gone, granny there, but you know, granny really in the house. So I'm outside learning the streets, and my partners running the streets, and I'm seeing my uncles and shit selling drugs and all that shit. So eventually, you know, I just got into it too. But Like I said, it worked out for the better. Caught a few cases in my time, been down a few times, but nothing really major seriously. And I used to mess with G Brother, Adrian Man a lot. Me and Age, when he was doing his 3 times crazy thing and he used to be in sobriety, I used to, be around him with it because I was inspiring to be a rapper. And I really, grew up off 3 times. So I was intrigued to go with him. So he used to take me to the little studios and I used to go with him a lot and seeing when he used to be getting his little verse licks and stuff. And I'm like, man, I can't wait till one day I could do that. So that's how that was. So that's really how I hooked up with G Lean. So when G Lean came around, I'm like, okay, this is little brother. I remember him because I think he had went to Antioch for a few years or something. But I already knew his brother and his dad. So when he came back, boom, he like, I'll be rapping too. He bust one for me. I'm like, oh, this nigga raw. So bam, like shit, we started doing music, going out to my cousin Cali Black. Had a studio out in Sassoon, so we used to be going out there doing hecka music, doing our little shows and stuff with my other cousin E Maney and Black Tone and Maine and all of us. So we used to all be rocking together. So it's pretty much like a family. You feel me? It's like we homeboys, but it's all so intertwined. It's like we basically family, you feel me? So my whole little tight circle is pretty tight knit circle. I mean, I'm not the type of person that ain't go network with other people, but my main circle is really like family, you feel me? So that's how that is. Mouthpiece Society is a label. Mouthpiece Society got started actually by Chris Lockett. Chris Lockett started Mouthpiece Society, him and my other partner LM and Danny from Sobrani. And they was all rocking. So at the time, I always was mouthpiece because Chris Lockett was always my best friend. But me and May started Town Biz only because we had at the time, we felt like we had a movement and we didn't want to wait. So it was like, we started Town Biz. Plus I had Young Ro under me. I had your favorite rapper under me. And they wasn't really too much supporting them because at the time they was kind of like just starting rapping, and I seen the bigger picture and felt like they was gonna be dope in a few years, so I kind of put them under my wing and we was rocking. So it's like I always been mouthpiece, but I just had a little movement on the side. But as an artist, it's always been mouthpiece for me. And so now we got a couple of little different labels like Roll. And then they started 120 Records. Really, 120 Records go back to my big homie Plan B. Plan B started 120 Records before he got killed. And I used to look up to Plan B. I was like a little dude in the hood that knew how to rap. But he was like the dude in the hood that was finna be a star. So I'm up under him a little bit. And then he ended up dying or whatever. So boom, me and his little brother, little Bobby, we keep it lit. Little Bobby was real passionate about the music, so I used to mess with Bobby real tough. That was like my dog. And at the time, like I said, Ro, he used to be my hype man before he started rapping. And then what happened to Bobby? Bobby got killed, and it seemed like when Bobby got killed, it's like, I don't know, it's like all his rap skills just went to Ro. It's like Ro all of a sudden really turned it up. And so he started rapping. So it's like a crazy little thing where we all got a little history together. But like I said, we all still one unit though. Even though you might hear all these different names, it's still all one unit. You know what I'm saying? We move. Because we all just trying to get bigger. It's just that people don't be wanting to wait. We can't all do the shit at the same time. So it just be a little different shit. Everybody be feeling like it's daytime, so you can't knock them because you never know. Nowadays, shit, you never know who the people gonna love. Alright, so we're gonna get into my creative patterns, basically how I do things. Basically, it goes by the music. It's like certain beats, I might get a new beat, and I might be like, this is a good beat, but it might not trigger me to make nothing right there. But I don't get rid of it. I just put it to the side until one day I get an idea, because that's how I be. There's certain beats I get, I instantly think of something. It's just like, it just triggers me. So I just go with the flow. So my most thing first is probably making the hook. If I come up with an idea and come up with a hook, then it's easy. Like once I get the hook down, then the verses go come. I either write them or sometimes I don't even write them. Sometimes I might go in the studio and just punch it in, boom, 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 because I got the foundation already from the beat and the hook. You feel me? And my engineer SK is very good with that punch it in, so it make it comfortable. And when it's in it, you would think I just wrote it. You feel me? So that's how it be. So it really just depends on the beat. Like, or sometimes I might have an idea. Like I said, how me and Do Damage got chemistry. I listen to a lot of old music, so I might be having the old music. Like for instance, on my new album, I got a song called California Summer. That's the one featuring the LA artist. But the reason that came about is because, like I said, I listen to a lot of old music, and I loved this song by damn, who sang the song? I forgot who sang the song, but it's called When Love Calls. Boom, I loved the song, and boom, so I shouted to Do Damage, like, man, I need you to make this into a beat. So he remade the beat for me, and made it modern, and I did a song to that. And so a lot of that, when I have little ideas like that, I always hit him, because he always do my remakes most of the time, you feel me? And that's another way I do a lot of my music, because I listen to a lot of old music and R&B and stuff, and it kind of like triggers me. Like I listen to a lot of rap. I really listen to a lot of music, period. I just love music, so I listen to a lot of rap. I listen to Bay Area rap, South rap, everything. I like got a playlist on my Spotify that got so much different shit, like from old music to rap music to 90s rap to now rap. So it's like different stuff inspired me to make stuff. So that's how it be. So that's like my little process. Like I say, it really just depends on the music. Some music, I can hear it and be like, man, this is gonna be a good song. I gotta take my time with this. And then some of it be like, ooh, this is a good song. And I'll be like, boom, 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 man, rock it out. It still be a good song, but it just inspired me to do it faster. You feel me? So it just be difference with like I work different depending on the music, how it take me. I don't try to force nothing. If I'm sitting there and boom, 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 and I'm like, dang, this coming, but I'm thinking too hard, I'm just gonna put it to the side, because I don't want to overthink it, because it's like, I don't know, I guess today's music, it's like, you got a lot of artists, like your lyrical, like your J. Cole, your Kendrick, or whatever, but I feel like people's attention span is shorter nowadays, so it's a lot of difference like to it. So sometimes I feel like I be having to dumb down my music. I mean, not really dumb it down, but to me, personally, I feel like I'm dumbing it down, you feel me? Because I be like, man, I could have took my time and do it, whoop, whoop, whoop. But I notice when I say fuck it and just put it out, sometimes there be the songs that get the most response. So it's like, man. So now I just, when I do it, it's done. I ain't finna just overthink it and put too much in it, because it seems like now that's like appreciate some of the stuff that I feel like I worked the hardest on. I feel like it gets slept on. And some of the stuff I don't expect people to get on, they be on. They're like, oh, this whoop, whoop. And I be like, damn, like I made that hella fast. Like, shit. So it's crazy now. The music game is real different. They ain't the same. Yes, I have 3 daughters. I got all daughters. And yeah, they listen to my music. Like when it's with me, it's crazy because I see them listening to music, and they gonna listen to the music they like. But if they with me and I'm playing my music, they listen to it, and I notice they know it. But they ain't about to play it if I ain't around, because it's different. They like, oh, that's dad. We ain't. So it'd be a trip. But they support me. My oldest daughter, like, she grew up with me rapping, so she support me. She listen to it. When our albums come out, she'll go buy it or whatever. And like I said, my younger daughters, my youngest, she kind of like into music, but it's because of me and her mama rap. So her mama is your favorite rapper. That's my youngest daughter mama. So she rap too. So she always been around music her whole life. So she into music and she into dancing a lot. So I try to go ahead and support her dancing, because I know it's just in her, and it's crazy because I was just around one of my older aunties recently. She just made 75 and she had a little party. And she just reminded me that when I was that age, I used to say I wanted to be a dancer. I was like, dang, I sure did. Like, that's crazy. Like, so she got it natural. So, yeah, I support her. And hopefully, you know, if that's what she want to do, I for sure got her back. My middle daughter, she ain't really into my music. She more into she being smart. She like a real school kid. She on her thing. So they all got their little different personalities. But like I said, they all know I do music, and they, you know, they accept. I've been doing music their whole life, so they mess with it. I just want them to know that I love them for sure. I just want them to, you know, grow up to be something, you know, and hopefully be better than me. You know, I'm not no bad guy, but, you know, we all want our kids to be better than us. So that's really what I want. I just know I love them, and everything I did is for them, period. You know, hopefully, if something do happen to me, I really made it to where I have something to leave them. You know, and that's what a nigga really want to do. You know what I'm saying? My goal is to be successful, so hopefully their life will be easier than mine. And I really, you know, really working towards that. I really hope that, you know, everything I'm doing, I hope it just, you know, that's what it manifests into being, so their life will be different. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My social media is everything Chevy Crocker. My, yeah, Chevy Crocker Instagram, Chevy Crocker Facebook. Twitter is Chevy Crocker 1. And yeah, that's it. My email is Chevy Crocker. If anybody want to book me for a feature, show, whatever, hit me up on Chevy Crocker at Gmail. And that's pretty much it. You feel me? Shit, you can listen to my music, and you know, I'll pretty much give you my life there. So, you know, if you want to know more about me, man, tune in to them projects. Our EP and my album, both out now. East Oakland, Big Papa, and I'm So Dope, man. Go check them out, man, and you'll get a more better feel of who Chevy Crocker is. You feel me? Oh, well, they on all any digital retailer. So your Apple Music, your Spotify, your Google Play Store, anything, you know, they all there. Just type in Chevy Crocker and all my stuff will come up. You feel me? This is Chevy Crocker of Mouthpiece Society, and this was my life behind the lyrics.
Be my Bonnie, I'ma be your Clyde. Need a woman that's down and ready to ride. When the chips is up, when the chips is down. When a nigga ain't eating, is you still around? That real love, Jada and Will love. That Barack and Michelle, we gon' get this mail. Free and on top or down in the sale. Just ride for me, baby, I'ma ride as well. Be my extra push when them times is rough. Swear you make it better with the slightest touch. Get my mind right when I ain't giving a fuck. Be my business partner, we gon' get these bucks, yeah.
Hey pretty baby, let me ride for you.